Hey, what's up YouTube? And welcome to another great product spotlight video from Mount Baker Vapor. And today we're going to take an up-close look at the Joyetech Penguin SE. It's a product that's been out on our website for a minute, but for those of you that don't know, this is a great all-in-one device. It's perfect for you mouth-to-lung vapors looking for a device that can last you all day, has great flavor, great vapor production, and an 8.8 mil capacity, but we'll get a little bit more into that later. Let's go ahead and dive down and take an up-close look at this. And here she is, and this is the Joyetech Penguin SE, and this is our up-close look at it. You can see it comes in pretty standard packaging. Joyetech Adult Pack Penguin SE. The SE does stand for Special Edition. There is a standard Joyetech Penguin that comes in a pretty nondescript black and white box, and it'll just say Joyetech Adult Pack Penguin. So you might be asking yourself, well, what's the difference between the Special Edition and the regular? And I'm going to give you some answers. Inside we have the mod itself. So you have the battery, the Joyetech Penguin battery, and there is a pod that just pops right out. This is going to be where you put your juice in your coil. Also inside the box, standard paperwork. We've got the Joyetech Adult Pack Penguin. It describes the JVIC system. And it basically is just going to be a card that tells you how to fill your Penguin up, which we're going to do here, and how to wick your coils. Get your coils all nice and primed up and ready to roll. That way you don't end up with a bunch of dry hits and ruining a coil and then kind of ruining your whole experience here. So you might want to give that a look, but like I said, we're going to cover that as well in this video. Nice little starter guide as well. I mean, pretty thick. Joyetech Adult Pack Penguin Quick Start Guide. It's got a nice little breakdown of everything in the package and all the features of the device as well. Inside the packaging, you are going to receive 2 coils. You're going to receive a 0.25 ohm JVIC coil and a 0.6 ohm JVIC coil as well. 0.25 is labeled as direct to lung, and 0.6 is labeled as mouth to lung. You might be asking yourself, you know, what's a JVIC coil? What Joyetech has done is design specific coils for this Penguin, and they have a new wicking system. Basically, it's just going to be the way the juice feeds through this coil once it sits inside of that pod. The JVIC stands for Juice Vertical Injection Coil. And if you can see right up here at the top, there's a small inlet. Almost looks like a little eye. And if you look down in there, you can see cotton. So we've got the coil laying horizontally. The juice is going to come from the cartridge down through this top here. It's going to feed down, which is kind of revolutionary. I mean, that's there's other products out there similar, I'm sure, but this is definitely something new and something different from Joyetech, and I gotta say it works pretty well. I mean, it does depend on what kind of juice you're using. You know, you can always find a good blend at mountbakervapor.com. 50-50 blends if you're looking for that throat hit, but I find the 70-30 works really well also. I haven't had much luck with the Max VG. I'm not sure what it is about the system, but I was getting some dry hits with Max VG juices. But that was just my experience. It doesn't necessarily mean that you'll experience that. It's just my opinion. So I prefer to use something 70-30 or 50-50. And it just depends on the coil you're using, because I'm not really trying to use a 50-50 juice and direct to lung on that 0.25 coil. We also get a USB cable. Nice USB cable from Joyetech for charging the device. Plugs right up here into the front. And this device does use a 2 amp quick charge, or at least what they advertise. Some of the quick charges I've seen nowadays are 2.5 amp quick charge. And you gotta get this little silicone top Basically, you know, if you're keeping this in your pocket and you want to make sure you keep any lint or garbage out of there, you just pop that guy right on. It keeps it all nice and clean and protected. You don't end up with little bits and pieces or whatever of stuff from your purse or your pocket. Nobody wants to vape pocket lint. This guy right here, silicone cap, is going to go on the bottom right here. So you can just put this on the bottom of this cartridge. Now this cartridge is brand new, so I mean we don't really need that. But the way these are designed is to hold 8 mils of juice. It's got an 8 mil juice capacity in this cartridge. And some of you might get sick of vaping on that, but Joyetech does sell these cartridges by themselves, so you can fill up a cartridge with whatever you want. Get a couple cartridges and then, you know, trade off flavors, whatever you want to do throughout the day. You don't want to get sick of a flavor, you go to a new flavor, and I mean, they make that pretty easy. And this cap, once you got your coil in there, I mean, these coils, in my experience, they really absorb the flavor of the juice. So you're going to find that that's pretty much, coil has been dedicated to that flavor. Not like a lot of other tanks where you can switch back and forth between flavors, and you know, the time to break in that coil to the new flavor is very minimal. That wasn't my experience here. So those extra cartridges are a good investment. Now say you want to carry that cartridge around, you got one locked in here, you got another one with your favorite flavor in your pocket, you can just leave the coil in there, and then you just slide this guy right over, and it keeps it nice and safe in your pocket. And then you know you want to use that. You know, you got a whole new flavor just waiting to be vaped on right there. Let's go ahead and break this cartridge down, put it together, put the coils in, and get it all wicked up. So if you look at the bottom here, it's flat and white. Got this silicone plug right here. Straight out of the box, it comes this way. And you're going to want to take this piece out right here in the middle. If you look there, you're going to kind of work your fingernail underneath, inside, not this ring on the outside. You're just going to pop this out. So there are cartridges, I believe, that are made for 2 mils. So you can see right here it says 8 mils, 8.8 mils to be exact. But I believe if you take this out, there is an adapter or an additional cartridge that you can get that makes it TPD compliant and holds 2 mils. I haven't had much experience with that, but they are out there if that's something that you're looking for. So now that we've got this removed, we are going to install our coil. We are going to be installing this is the 0.25, and you know, I'm not really a fan of this device with the 0.25 coil. Like I said, I was getting burnt hits off of it. Some of you may like that. It was just killing this battery really fast for me, and I mean, the purpose of this device is I want to have a nice little all-in-one device I can carry around with me all day. The 0.6 coil allows me to do that. Plus, it's a good amount of vapor, and I'm still getting great flavor off of this 0.6 coil as well. It's not too tight of a draw. It's labeled mouth to lung, but I kind of feel like it's almost more of like a tight direct to lung. And don't let that throw you off. I mean, if you're a mouth to lung vapor, I really think you're going to enjoy this. I definitely use devices that have a little bit more generous airflow, but I have really been enjoying this. So I'm going to wick this up with some Desert Rain. What I did to prime the coil is I put a few little drops in the inlet on top, a couple in the side here, just to get the cotton a little nice and moist. So what's going to happen now is we're going to take this guy after we've filled up our cartridge, and we're going to install it in there. There are 2 holes that you'll look in the middle and see. The one in the very center here, that's going to be where the juice goes. So you're going to take your bottle and you're going to pour your juice down in there, and it's going to fill up this cartridge, and you'll be able to see that because you've got that nice little window there on the side of the cartridge. The other hole that you're going to see over here to the left, that's your airflow. So your airflow is going to come in through the top here, through this little hole on the cartridge, and it's going to come down. And if you look in there, there's a little hole on this side, and it's going to come straight across that coil. So you're going to get good flavor. I mean, and it's going to come right across, come right back up through the mouthpiece. It's a nice, generous vape, especially for mouth to lung, like I said. So let's go ahead and add our Desert Rain into this 8.8 mil tank. And you're just going to want to squeeze that right down the center. Just a nice and even, steady stream of juice straight down the middle there. If your nozzle top's a little bigger and you find the juice is coming out a little faster, you're going to notice a little bit of bubbling, and you might have to stop, kind of wait for the juice to settle. It all depends on, you know, what kind of blend you're using as well. It takes a lot of juice. 8.8 mils, it's a lot of juice. Which is why I really feel like those cartridges, the additional cartridge, is a good investment. I mean, as much as I love Desert Rain, I might not want to vape Desert Rain all day. And you'll be able to see the juice kind of come to the top. If it comes out a little bit above that silicone insert here, I wouldn't worry about it. And you just pop your coil in. Sits nice and flat. You can see the contacts here, and that's where it's going to sit in the battery. You just pop your cartridge in. Boom, nice and easy to get on and off. Little spot right here for your thumb. You can just pop that guy off when you got to change your coil or add more juice, change the cartridge. And on the SE edition, you do have this window, which is nice. You can see where your juice level's at. So that is a plus in my opinion. And it just feels good in my hand. I mean, it's a really solid little device. It's not bulky at all. It's very lightweight. It's got a 2000 mAh battery, and with that 0.6 coil, I'm finding that I'm getting about 6 hours out of this. 5 clicks on. And there's going to be, looks like 5 little lights right there, all the way across. That's your battery indicator. I found that at about 2 dots, when it has 2 dots left, you're going to notice that the device isn't going to work anymore. So you're going to want to put it on your charger, and Joyetech's done that as like a battery safety feature, which is nice. Also a little frustrating just because I'm kind of used to being able to drain my batteries all the way down. But yeah, I really believe that's why they did that. And like I said, the battery life is very generous still. 2 amp quick charge. You're going to charge this guy in about 2 hours max. You're going to have it fully charged again. This airflow here, you can see it's just like this little hole, but it's a good airflow. I mean, it's not too tight, but it's not too much. It's one of those things you kind of just got to try out and see for yourself. Gotta love that little gray mix color here. And all the special edition colors are pretty awesome. I mean, there's a standard black or a standard white, which is white and black, and it's got that nice little penguin look to it. They do offer these swirled colors. The gray mix comes that way, light blue comes that way, purple comes that way, pink also comes that way. So stylish and portable, and let's go ahead and head back up and vape on it and see how it works. So that's the Joyetech Penguin SE, and you can see the amount of vapor I'm getting out of this. It's got that set airflow, but like I said, even with this 0.6 coil, it's a very generous mouth to lung. So I feel like a lot of you direct to lung vapors are still really going to enjoy this, and the flavor's good. Getting a lot of the notes off the Desert Rain. Not really muted at all, and it's just something different. So if you're looking for a good all-in-one device, I mean, you really can't go wrong with this guy. And they're reasonably priced as well. Multitude of colors available at mtbakervapor.com. So if you haven't got yours yet, you're going to want to pick it up before they're all gone and you miss out. Really been enjoying using it, especially for someone who's mostly a direct-to-lung vapor. I mean, it's kind of nice to find a compact, long-lasting, all-in-one device. just change it up a little bit. I did have to up my nicotine a little bit, but you don't have to. That was just me. So yeah, like I said, I've really been enjoying using it, and if you want to get one of these for yourself, you can pick it up at m2bakervapor.com. Make sure to comment on our YouTube videos here, like and share. Check out our social media, always tons of great stuff going on there as well. And stay tuned for more videos from Mount Baker Vapor.